I'm looking at some of these squares here. I'm definitely going to be assuming Smithing Stone Bell Bearing 1 and 2 going to be rushed. Caves and Grottos going to be rushed.
Yep.
Catacombs going to be rushed. Magma Worm also. Duping and being the center square is very interesting because normally if there isn't a Godric square, this one kind of lingers. But I feel like they might rush Godric here in this case just to get that on the board. Grafted Sign on the board too as well, by the way. Yeah.
Now, the one tricky part about that is, like you said in previous matches, they kill a Remembrance boss with a blank weapon or blank whatever. Usually, we're going to wait for that square to be used on Godric. So, if we have a rush for that, that could cause some issues later on down the line.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Not too sure. There's another Soldier of Godric Bare Fist only. Are there Limgrave bosses? No Limgrave bosses. Omen Killer bosses on there. That's, as we saw, like a very rushable square, too.
Another rush. Let's see, that center row, 4 Ever Jails, Altus Heroes Grave, Duper Remembrance, 5 tree bosses. That could be a thing, but it's going to be really interesting to see what the way that this match begins. I feel like that's going to shape a lot of this.
I'm not going to lie. I am liking the column 4 here a little bit with the Godskin Noble and 4 God bosses kind of lining each other up here.
Absolutely.
That is kind of nice because you can play into Godskin into Rykard right away. That's a lot of money on the board as well for yourself. So you could dump through the int if you really, really wanted to and not rush that.
Yeah, and having 2 of those bosses taken care of because of God Devouring Serpent, that will absolutely count. So that Volcano Manor play could be clutch here.
That plays into Altus bosses and also gives you a Remembrance check for a Remembrance weapon. So this is a lot of working into here for, I think Volcano Manor might be a little bit of a play for sure.
Let's see what we got in terms of our loadouts here. It looks like some, I don't know what kinds of straight swords, but possibly we've got some square off going on here.
Yes, I believe these are the Clean Rot straight swords. I believe Clean Rot, or just might be just normal swords. I don't know, but they should have square off. Very unlikely that they don't.
Yeah. We got a Stone Sword key for Aggie, and for CBD. Sorry, Chris and CBD.
Yeah.
Looks like we're going to be starting here in just a few seconds.
Yeah, I'm very interested. Everyone's hovering the same class.
Yeah, I think everyone saw it, because it's like the straight swords are kind of boring, but they're really reliable.
Also, the stat line's really, really nice.
Yes.
And here we go, going into the last match of the day. Biggest day 5, match 3. Let's go, baby.
Let's go. All right, let's see. What do you think is going to be the first square that they rush for?
Caves and Grottos.
Caves and Grottos?
100% Caves and Grottos. Ooh, nice cape. That's beautiful.
Oh.
What is that?
Some fashion souls for our final match of the day.
Yeah, that's really... I like the drip. I'm not going to lie. This is a very, very nice.
Okay, I could also see Omen Killer going off pretty early as well. But it'd be interesting to see if we can get some good lines built up here early on.
And we're going to say Chris, by the way, already on the grafted sign, going for a square off here. I'm going to bring it out to the...
There it is. Yep.
Which one is the right one? This one. Here we go. Nice square offs here ready from Chris. Should be going into phase 2 here in just a moment. Boom! There it is. Another riposte already on the board. If he gets really good RNG here, he's going to get the Ornamental Straight Swords animation. Gets the roll instead. Nice rolling here from Chris. Again, another stagger.
Well
one
done.
more riposte should do it. There it is. Huge on the board already here.
Very, very fast grafted scion. Very well done. With the golden epitaph weapon and a... What was that? Distinguished Great Shield? Was that what that was?
I believe so. But a golden epitaph, honestly, not gonna lie, very decent weapon. And here, Adaf and Aggie now racing for caves or grottos.
Oh man, yeah. Oh, that with the Rick synergy, suddenly the Rick square doesn't feel as bad as the previous game because it at least does get some progress on that caves and grottos.
Pretty much in sync here, by the way, running across the bridge.
Oh, that's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Now, this all comes down to whose line is better. Oh, Adaf may be losing a little bit of time here to heal. It's just 1 second, but that might matter.
I love how competitive it is right at the beginning. Like, literally, like, oh, he's 3 steps ahead of this guy.
Yep, Aggie entering first here now, at least like just a second ahead. Going to be square offing. Here's what it comes down to. Does Adaf take the riposte? Does Aggie take the riposte? If you take the riposte, you're a sucker. Both of them don't go for it.
Yep.
Genius.
Yep. Smart. There it is.
Because if you go for the riposte, you're losing more time. So it definitely just comes down to who's going to take the line without taking any graces straight to Bofa. Right now, Aggie being ahead by about, I want to say, 2 seconds.
Yeah, this is definitely where that speedrunner skill is going to start coming into play. Building those straight lines across the map is really can be really tricky. It can be really easy to lose your bearings.
Yep, and this also comes down to a little bit of Bofa RNG, to be honest. Because that is going to be the
RNG between you laugh.
That's the second cave that they're going for, you know? This is going to be very, 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 very interesting. Okay,
Let's
Chris.
see what happens.
Where's Chris going?
Chris made it out of the cave finally, and is heading towards.
Wait, what's going? Wait, why isn't Adef going for Bofa?
Yeah, that's a good question. What happened here? I guess Chris is going for Bofa now.
No, Bofa. No, he's going. No, he's going to Gatefront.
No, Gatefront.
Yeah, where is Adef going? Did he forget?
I have no idea.
He's taking the long way. Yeah, Adef taking the long way here to Bofa.
Did he miss something, or did he warp back or something? I must have missed it.
No, I believe he was just memory, just muscle memory and going straight for the Aguil Lake North Grace, and then realized, oh, I have to go for Bofa. He's still not that far behind, though, to be honest.
Yeah. That's not terrible. So let's see how this shakes out.
He's like 3 seconds behind.
I was about to say, speaking of muscle memory, like it's so funny just be like, oh wait, no, I should be going this way instead.
Yeah, it's happened to me so many times, genuinely.
Just on autopilot. All right, heading into what did I say? Bafo? I'm gonna call him Bafo.
Yeah, Bafo. Good old Bafo.
Bafo.
Yeah, honestly, Bafo might be the other twin in the Bofa twins fight. It's Bafo and Bofa. Just hanging out. Okay, they're both entering at the same time. Square off pretty much at the same time, too. First square off misses, though, on Adef's screen. Aggie already getting a riposte off here. Goes for the huge riposte into the chest. First riposte now going to be here for Adef as he goes for that riposte. Now square off again on Aggie's screen. Gets to have a little bit of a stalemate here with the Bofa. Does go for the second square off, though. Immediately gets it.
There it
Adef
is.
off by 1 hit. Oh, my Lord.
Absolutely sniped. And that is the square off for this match.
Yeah.
Beautifully done by Aggie.
Very, very close. All right, and CBD here are currently in the market fight. I'm going to move them up here for everyone to watch a little bit closer. Rushing possibly Stormveil for that dupe of remembrance. I believe that is part of the plan.
And to be rushing the center square is, I think, a very smart move, especially like when you have an Ashavor as strong as square off at the very beginning. For people who haven't messed around with that Ashavor, don't sleep on it. It's really good.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe Chris mentioning that he actually underestimated square off himself when he had his first grafted Scion fight versus Gino, and Gino using way more square off than Chris did. He was like, yeah, I didn't realize it was that good. And I was like, yes.
Yeah, poise damage is king in this game.
Yeah.
Bar none. Being able to break the poise of enemies is going to get you so much damage.
Here we go, though. What is the decision-making after this, though? Chris now going for Margaret as well. So this might be another race for duping.
I think so. And like you said, now he's getting those square offs in. Let's see. Just a little behind. It might take him another maybe 20 seconds to get this done. Possibly.
Potentially, yeah. Okay, so Adef going straight to Weeping here, maybe going for the Catacombs. That would be something that would be worth considering for sure, kind of activating that column too. Catacombs into Sleeping Golem, definitely not a bad idea. CBD here going into Lake of Rot for the Rot Grease, and then going back to Stormveil. Going to be using the Rot Grease versus Godric to make that fight just a little bit faster. Chris here beating Market now, going straight into Stormveil to grab the Grace and talk to Gostok to open up the gate. And Aggie here grabbing the Smithing Stones now to upgrade one of his straight swords to go for a +9. That'd be really, really nice.
That would be really, really advantageous, especially this early on in the match. What do you think he'd be going once he gets set up? What do you think? Is it just going to be a matter of what the board presence looks like once he's set up, or do you think he has a plan in mind?
I don't know. I would say either Smithing Stone Bell Bearings 1 and 2 or Magma Worm Boss. I feel like those are like kind of almost no-brainer picks because there are easy fights that you can do. Maybe even Omen Killer, to be honest, with the square off. That'd be really, really nice as well.
I was going to say, Omen Killer could go really, really fast.
Nice move here from Aggie, by the way, too. Grabbing the Grace and Shifra for later. There is Ancestor Spirit on the board. Going for the bonfires later on if you really, really need to do Ancestor Spirit is actually a really, really good idea. Give you a little bit of ground.
And especially dealing with that Ancestor Spirit instead of the Regal Ancestor Spirit, just because you won't have to deal with the healing attack.
Right.
Or the healing move that it does.
Yeah. No, it still is an attack. If you're too close, you do take damage, so.
Oh, do you really?
Yes.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Yeah, if you're too close, you get life drained with the animals around Ancestor.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Looks like Chris expertly dodging around those ballistas in Stormveil, hopping his way up that ramp, moving around all of these enemies. Looks like, is this Adef heading to
Sleeping
Golem? Yeah.
Yep. Going straight for that. I think that's a decent play for sure here. Sleeping Golem being in the column 3, row 2. Not a bad position at all. With Chris rushing duping, I think they're kind of looking at that column 2 as an option.
Yeah. I could also see this being a play to go into the Talisman Square in the bottom row, just to grab that healing talisman that's right next to the Golem after you kill it. Just in case. You might be able to get that square later on. Does look like CBD has entered the Godric fight. Does not look like the Rot has procced yet.
Not yet, but that might be the deciding factor here.
Might be here pretty soon, yeah.
There it is. Rot proc now on Godric for CBD. Chris here, however, having a +3 straight sword apparently. That might make up the difference for Rot now. Going for the riposte here. Both of them going at the same time.
Yeah, we got a Godric fight.
Oh, there's a Sleeping Golem now leaning against that fence, by the way.
Is. Yep, that's exactly what I was talking about earlier.
Can't go for the riposte.
Yep, that hitbox is just out of reach.
Phase 2 already now for CBD. Chris going into phase 2 as well. That Rot proc is dealing so much nice damage, though, for CBD here.
Really, really smart move here. And only took a couple of seconds to grab as well.
Yep. Definitely makes up for the +0 sword compared to Chris's +3.
Yep, 100%.
Still very close, though. This might come down to, again, who has the better line.
Let's see.
Here's a square off from CBD. Another square off stagger here from Chris. This is really, really close. There it is. They're both dead at the same time. Exactly the same time.
Who can click to the square faster? Let's see.
Well, they have to dupe first here.
Oh, that's right. I apologize. Yeah. That's right. Godric is not actually a square, but let's see how quickly they can make it to that.
Who ports faster? Yeah, pretty much.
Faster? Who can get to Castle Soul faster?
Okay, that is definitely what seems to be. Oh, never mind. Both in the loading screen. Oh boy.
This is going to be crazy. Oh, this is going to be crazy. Oh, let's go. Let's see.
They have to race here. They have to drop down. Who's got the better parkour?
Oh man. I'm kind of speechless. I'm like just staring at this like what the hell is going to happen?
This is going to be very interesting.
Will one of them accidentally mess up and slip and die to gravity or have to warp back? Let's see.
Oh, Chris with the parkour here. CBD a little bit slower. Chris a little bit ahead. Who cleans the turtle's legs faster? Who's been working on their power wash simulator skills? Is it Chris or is it CBD in this case?
All right. Is he going to power wash with the bare fist or is he going to use the sword is the question. Grabbing the Grace, interestingly, just in case he does get smooshed by that by the giant dink donk we have here.
This is so close. Chris cleaning off already kind of ahead, cleaning 2 legs. Has a third one lifted. Ooh, this is close.
Oh, and the terrain also could get in the way. Torrent does not do very, very well with angled terrain.
Very, very close. This should be enough possibly for Chris.
And it's going down, is it? Is it going down?
I think it's going down for CBD already.
Yup.
It is going down for CBD. For Chris, it's not.
Chris.
Oh my God! The parkour doesn't save him.
no. Oh, CBD. Yep, CBD's going in. He's about to grab it.
There it is. It's going down for Chris now. This is going to be a
Devastating.
Wow!
Devastating snipe here from CBD.
Actually crazy.
Yeah, and for the center square as well. That is huge. Absolutely huge. Oh, Chris. Oh no.
The absolute
Just
pain.
noticing. Oh, that is painful. But here's the thing. Duping a remembrance, you at the very least, that is money. That is money.
That is money. That is also a remembrance check without giving up the remembrance money. And so, like, yeah, so you get both money and the check on top of that, which is really, really nice. And
Absolutely.
CBD obviously going straight for that check right now. ADF having a little bit of a hard time with the sleeping golem here. Gets tagged. It's got to be a little careful here. Watch out. The rocks are coming. Boom. The rocks do hit the fencing. The railing. There's
The railing, yeah.
The railing, dude. The railing.
Aggie also on Magma Worm has already done a bunch of damage on it.
ADF's golem is sinking. It acted like it's quicksand, just falling into the terrain.
Oh, I love this game.
Absolutely unfortunate. And then gets tagged. Oh, ADF is... Oh.
No.
That is rough. That is rough.
That is... Oh, man. Elden Ring, wonderful game sometimes.
Very tough. There is the square off on the Magma Worm. Magma Worm being claimed here from Monkey Ballers 3-1 right now versus Team Positive Vibes.
There you go. And with 3 squares on the board, Monkey Ballers is in the lead, 3-1.
Very tough.
Oh, that is really rough. Again, the nice thing about some of these squares that Chris and Adef are getting sniped on, the one consolation is that you do get at least something of progress on another square. At least a little bit. So it is not the end of the world. It is still early on in the game. We could see a turnaround here, but still not the preferred way to start a match.
Yeah, he will at the very least get a talisman here from the sleeping golem, and also, again, getting trolled by that railing.
Dude, yeah.
And it would also be a nice block here on the column 3, and Adef dying yet again.
Yeah. Do you think he's got to pivot at this point? Yeah, he has to.
I don't know. Maybe just hard commits. Alabaster's Lord Sword, by the way, for Chris here.
Yeah.
And possibly going for a somber 10 Alabasters. That would definitely be some nice momentum here for Team Positive Vibes. Getting that going. Aggie here now going straight for that Radon teleporter. Maybe just getting that ready for later.
Yeah, it looks like ADF is just grabbing that talisman. Yeah, there he goes. Just grabbing that talisman and just getting out of there, it looks like. Oh, well, and he just got smacked again.
Definitely, yeah, quite tough for sure.
That golem is spicier than I remembered.
That's why it's a square, man.
Yeah, that is shocking.
Part of the reason why I really wanted that to be on there is because people do underestimate the golem just a tad. Like, oh, it's just a silly golem, man. You can just hit the legs, easy fight, and then it's like, oh, but low damage. This is not fun.
And he is just a little janky. He will sometimes just sink into the floor and you'll miss a riposte.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. Aggie is in, looks like, is this the minor Erdtree Catacomb in Kaled?
This is the Cemetery Shade.
Cemetery Shade. Okay.
In Kaled, yeah.
Okay. So let's see. What do we got here?
Just Russian Catacombs for column 3,
so.
looks like.
Yes.
Would be my guess anyways.
Yeah, that would make sense. That would also set up that top row and that middle column for them, for Team Monkey Ballers.
Yep, CBD there going to be going for the one shot on the Stone Digger Troll. There it is. Clumps being chucked. Trolls dying. Rotten Staff acquired.
Beautiful. Rotten Staff, pretty good.
Yeah, I would agree.
Pretty good.
Not Alabaster Lord Sword, but it is. It's a weapon.
It is. Ooh, was that a... Did that Cemetery Shade just, like, get out of the riposte there, or did he miss that the riposte before that one?
Not too sure here, but now going for the little rotisserie-style cheese.
Rotisserie cheese?
Rotisserie cheese?
That sounds messy.
It does. Unless it's like, what if it's like just like a huge block though, and you just like you kind of slice it off like the rotisserie, you know, like kind of like the kebab style rotisserie.
Oh my god, kebab, but it's like
Cheese.
dude.
Oh,
Okay, now I'm hungry.
is this an
Cemetery Shade
Omen
goes
Killer
down.
cheese? Wait, is this an Omen Killer cheese? Wait, hold on. Check on ADEF screen.
What is happening?
Is this something new? I'm kind of excited.
Ooh, what's going on here?
What's going on here? Let's look it up. Oh, that's the wrong screen. Let's bring it up
Oh,
here.
or he messed up something there.
I'm kind of curious now. I'm very
Let's see-
curious.
Let's see if he does that move again. I'm very curious about
I
it.
wonder if that was intended or if he just accidentally just slid down there, because I feel like that might be intended.
That's what I want to see. If he tries to do that again, then obviously intended, but we'll see.
It looks way too intended for him to just like slide into the corner like that. I don't know.
I wonder if that has something to do with maybe like
No, he is
obviously
doing it.
like yeah, he's doing it again. Here we go. Yeah, he's gonna try to get it to fall off.
Okay, yeah,
Let's see.
Omen Killer on the edge here. This is a cheese. Yeah, he's going for
Wow, I've never seen this.
what? Yeah, what is going on?
Oh, that's a problem.
Oh, okay, he's jumping.
Whoa!
Wait, hold. Yeah,
ADEF with the tech.
I am so curious about this Omen Killer tech right now. What is supposed to happen? Is he supposed to like do the jumping attack or whatever?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh.
And
Oh, he falls down but doesn't die.
yeah,
What?
and the Omen Killer is still aggroed. But the question is, now the problem is that because he fell down, he has to work his way all the way back over there.
He could quit out and go back for the Grace instead. I think
Yeah.
that might have been a little bit faster, but
Quit out for sure.
very
but
interesting.
I've never seen that method taken before. Let's see what everybody else is up to. A bunch of folks in the Lake of Rot, looks like. Chris was just there, maybe ported out back.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
everyone's
he's in Lake of Rot.
going for
Yep, just getting
upgrades,
set
yeah.
up.
Oh, it gets
Uh-huh.
rotted, though.
Yeah.
Dies
and
to
yeah, Chris goes
salmonella.
down. It happens. Happens to the best of us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Second catacomb
Um,
here for Aggie, by the way.
Yep.
Going for the
And
duelists.
with one of the coolest enemy intros in the game. Just like throwing that cloak off. Like, come on, that's so sick. That's just so sick. It's the coolest. It's the coolest thing.
It's definitely it's a cool intro. I would agree. I don't know if it's like the coolest, but I mean,
I mean,
It's
I
cool.
know, it's cool for a
minor boss?
a minor random boss. You know, like you wouldn't
Yeah.
expect some random boss to do some Giga Chad stuff like that.
now ADEF here sadly actually dying to Omen Killer, having the
Yep.
dog on his heels.
Yep.
Omen Killer having the dogs out, not his feet.
I'm gonna let that. I have no way to respond to that.
Just I don't know. It's just fun
He's
play
got
with
that-
words.
He's got that dog in him.
Yeah.
Let's see. It does. It has to be intentional, by the way. That like with the two dogs there, it's like the Capra Demon fight from Dark Souls 1. Yeah.
Yeah, I
that's
feel like
clearly
so.
intentional.
It's like a homage almost.
Yeah.
Is it homage or homage?
Homage.
Is it homage? Oh, so it's okay. It's
Homage.
it's a good old homage.
Homage.
Oh yeah.
Homage.
You ever had one of their homages?
Hell yeah, brother.
Here we have Omen Killers spinning and twirling, trying to tag ADEF here.
Yeah. Did he take out the dogs?
Yes, he took out the dogs. They're laying right there. They're right next to
Yeah.
him. Nice jumping attack. Okay. Getting the nice read here. Should be going for the backstab. Another jumping attack, too. There it is. Nice stacker. Should go for the riposte.
There we go.
Okay. Is a little low on health here. A little scary.
Let's see if we can get that fire attack is very spooky.
Alabaster's Lord Sword on CVD screen now as well, by the way. Saw the amazing weapon that's Alabaster's Lord Sword. Goes for the backstab here on ADEF screen. Very nice. Okay,
Well
and
done,
Aggie
well done.
making his way over to Omen Killer. This might be a nice little sniper from ADEF. Those deaths, honestly, might be paying off a little bit.
Could be. That's the thing is like Omen Killer's been sitting here for a little while, and usually that is a pretty fast square.
Very
so maybe
nice.
maybe Aggie thinks that it's completely free, but no.
Yeah. Very nice here from ADEF. There it is. There's the fight. Boom! Omen Killer
There we
on the
go.
board.
There's our Omen Killer. At the very least, is the Haley Tree Square on here anymore? I don't. No, it's not on the not this
No,
one.
not.
Nah, unfortunate. Does look like Chris is unlocking Volcano Manor.
Yeah, going for that Godskin with God Bosses. This is the combo I was talking about before. Godskin Noble into Rykard for God Bosses. He already has one, which is Godric as well. So you could do this into Soldier of Godric for 4 God Bosses. And the Adif should be focusing on Talismans here.
I think so as well. It's going to be really, really interesting. Does the Alabaster Lord Sword proc bleed?
No, does not have bleed on it. It's a full intelligence weapon.
Beautiful.
With probably the strongest charged R2 in the game because it has low stamina requirements for some reason. Some people are claiming it's a bug. I'm not too sure, but if you have all of the requirements for the weapon, the charged R2s are literally R1s in stamina consumption.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
that
it's
is actually
pretty
ridiculous. Especially considering if it does like the extra point. Oh, don't fall off the elevator. Oh, that was very lucky. That serpent almost got him.
Is this a really early Malenia here from Monkey Brawlers? CBD going straight into the Malenia fight.
Let's go with the Alabaster Lord Sword as well.
Going to bring it up to the 4-player screen here real quick so you can watch both fights. Okay, CBD on top, Chris on the bottom.
Oh yeah, you're right. That stamina doesn't really take that much stamina for a charge R2.
Yeah. Very early Malenia here.
Super early Malenia. Now the question is, do we think that this is going to be a solid play? It does set up 2 lines here, that diagonal and the top row. But just in terms of time, we're just talking about Chris setting up this mega wombo combo with all of the god bosses. Who knows?
It is worth it. So here's a big thing. Malenia is Goddess of Rot, so that is a god boss. First off,
good point.
Second off, it is Malenia Square, row 1. Third, it is also rune level 60 on the board. And then fourth, it is also a Remembrance Boss with Remembrance Boss weapon only if you get a good weapon from this. So there's a lot of things that kind of play in this. I think that the Malenia play is definitely not a bad play at all.
It's not a bad play at all. I'm just very curious to see how it shakes out, along with Chris going for all of these Volcano Manor plays. Will they sort of equal each other out, or will one team end up getting advantage here?
Oh, and it looks like that we have a little bit of a sleeping golem here. Aggie versus Adef now on the sleeping golem.
They're going back at it. Try it again.
Does Aggie have PTSD, or is he going to conquer his demons?
Yeah, second verse, same as the first. Let's see how this goes. And also, well, oh my God, we've got 4 big fights going on right now. We got Godskin Noble for Chris.
Happening.
We've got a solid Phase 1 Malenia with CBD, and then a Sleeping Golem race.
Adef's Golem is kind of sinking into the quicksand again for some reason. This is really bad RNG for Adef.
Yeah,
Gonna get knocked off the map. Oh my God! And this is gonna be priority for Aggie now.
Yep.
Adef just not having luck on his side today.
His RNG with the Sleeping Golem has been atrocious this match. And there goes Godskin Noble. No status effects. Star O Chris. Well played.
All right, there is Sleeping Golem now on the board for Team Monkey Ballers. CBD still working on that good old Malenia. Going to bring him onto the big screen here as he's about to go into Phase 2.
Chris also took 30 int for that bottom corner square there. Very well done. That should play very nicely with the sword that he's currently using.
True. Very true. Phase 2 here, Malenia.
Very good. Let's see.
Yeah, this will definitely be a huge play, though, because that is going to be promoting that column 3, by the way, level 60 now. So if Aggie goes for Kaled bosses, this could be Malenia into rune level 60, and then Aggie Kaled. That's a bingo line column 3.
Absolutely. That move up the lava fall there that Chris did, I've never seen that before. That was super cool.
Yeah, very that's a speedrunner thing.
Speedrunners, I swear.
Speedrunner thing, man.
Playing the game all fast and stuff. Though that's really, really cool tech. Let's see. Millennium. Let me see. Yep, getting some good hits in here. This fight is so much fun once you start to get the rhythm of it. It's really, really cool.
Yeah. Once you understand the punish windows, yeah.
Yeah, well, and to understand the punish windows, but also to understand the sort of weapons, like the various weapons that you can use against her, and like to know an R1's going to work here, but maybe R2's going to be a little too slow. How am I going to be able to punish these attacks? The sort of windows of opportunity. It's a lot of information to have on hand.
Yep. Okay, so Aggie here going for that Ancestor Spirit, by the way. Maybe looking at row 1. Having it, honestly, this is a nice, almost T-posing on the scoreboard. If they go for Malenia into Ancestor Spirit, rune level 60, row 1, column 3.
That would be a pretty devastating play to have Malenia and Ancestor Spirit. They might actually happen around the same time, just based on how much damage Malenia has been absorbing here. Even with CBD playing as well as he is, it's still going to take some time for this boss to finish.
Yeah.
Aggie could head over here and take out the Ancestor Moose around the same time, and that would be a pretty wild play, setting up a really, really good row 1.
And we have Chris on Rykard now as his third god boss. So that might actually be a square that Chris might be able to snag away actually from Team Monkey Ballers here by doing a bit of a faster fight.
Yep, 100%. Going for the jumping, is that the R2, jumping R2?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe possibly because he wasn't able to pick up a buckler or a small shield to do the shield poke.
Yeah.
But either way, doing great damage here.
And Scarlet Bloom happening here on the phase 2 Malenia for CBD. This is getting really close. This is going to be huge, huge money drop for Team Monkey Ballers on the Malenia into rune level 60 for sure.
Yeah. Looks like CBD was able to handle that hitbox on the Scarlet Aeonia pretty well. Didn't get hit there. Trying to go in.
And I believe this might be an Ancestor Spirit race between Adef and Aggie. Another race yet again.
Yeah. Very exciting. And now we've got Rykard, Lord of Blasphemy, showing up. Very nice jump and attack dodge.
Oh, God. Yeah, there's so much happening. There is so much
Yeah.
happening. All right, let me bring it back over to the 4-player screen real quick. The board is going to go away, chat. Just don't freak out. I'll be back. I promise. All right, here we go. Just to watch all the fights at the same time. There is a lot happening here.
Let's see. I'm keeping an eye on that Rykard and to see when the Rancor attack, like the giant Rancor attack happens.
Okay, so
doesn't
yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Doesn't look like he's actually built up any, maybe just a little bit of the smoke in the chamber, in the ceiling of the chamber. Malenia going down.
There it is.
CBD.
There it is. Malenia going into level 60 here in just a moment. Let me go over
Huge.
to the Team Red screen to show the board. Boom. Malenia now as one of the god bosses from CBD. This should be now Rykard down for Chris. Another god boss for him. He can go ahead and just rush Soldier of Godric now. There's the rune level 60 now going to be coming out from CBD in just a moment here. So much money.
Yeah, it looks like he's just allocating.
Yeah,
trying to allocate in the smart way.
Yeah. Why is he leveling Faith, though? Is he leveling the wrong stat? He's leveling the wrong stat. Wait. 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 Hold on.
I don't know.
Wait, is it Faith maybe for a Remembrance Weapon?
Possibly. Especially if it's a was it Malekith's Backblade?
Oh, he's checking the Remembrance Weapon. So, yeah, I was right. Thank God. I was really worried for him for just a moment here. Okay, he's going to be checking the weapons here real quick.
Yep. Aggie on Ancestor Spirit as well, getting some good damage in.
And there's a Sacred Relic Sword. Yep. Okay.
And as predicted, Chris going for Rick, Soldier of God.
Yep, for that diagonal block.
That makes sense.
Although they already blocked it with intelligence, so this is something that they're promoting the column 4 for more than anything else. Adolf not doing the Ancestor Rush here, though. He's going for Talismans instead.
Yeah, I feel like that might... Well, if he goes for Talismans right now, that Ancestor Spirit's about to go down, and then suddenly we've got a major Team Monkey Ballers threat, as expected, 8-4 with priority on a bingo on that top row.
And
it will come down to... It will, and column 3, yeah. It will come down to, can we find a good Remembrance Weapon, or can we get these 6 bosses in Caelid taken down?
And Aggie immediately porting to Caelid and going straight for Caelid bosses. There it is, 10 Talismans now on the board for Team Positive Vibes. 8-5 right now. Chris going into Soldier of Godric, going to be killing him. He's doing a bare fist only to get 2 squares rather than just 1. So this will be 8-7 in just a moment. But those bingo lines are definitely something they really need to respond to.
Yeah, those bingo lines, that's the only thing right now that, the only reason why that play isn't as strong as it could be. It does get them ahead much closer, but those bingo lines are going to have to be dealt with ASAP, or Team Monkey Ballers is going to start steamrolling here.
Yeah, this is looking very, very scary. That block was definitely huge from Team Monkey Bars. That Ancestor block was really, really nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Pretty essential, I think. It was a good time to do that.
Chris here doing the nice R2 chain attacks. Having yellow on those is really nice. Good damage coming out.
Very, very good. Let's see. And now looks like CBD heading back to the Halig tree, possibly grabbing some more money.
Yeah, it could be just to make sure that he can wield the Sacred Relic Sword on Godric. Well, no, he already killed Godric, so he has to use it on Radahn, I guess.
Yeah, and he's already level 60, so each level up from here on out is going to be very, very expensive.
Yeah. No, exactly.
And Adef, what is Adef up to? It looked like he grabbed a stone sword key, maybe?
I'm not too sure right now. After Talismans, I think he's just maybe prepping, but I'm not too sure. Chris here taking a hit from Rick. Has to heal up just to make sure that he doesn't die. Nice jumping punish, though. Yeah, it looks like Adef was just upgrading real quick. His straight sword.
Perfect. Soldier of God, Rick, looks like he is got only a little bit left to go. Time will tell, though, if this was the right play. Aggie, how many, they've got two Caelid bosses right now, yeah?
Yeah, so honestly, if Chris pivots, there it is, 8-7 now. Nice. Chris getting God bosses and Soldier of Godric Barefist only. If Chris pivots to Caelid bosses right now with a +10 Alabaster's Lord Sword, he could beat Aggie to this square.
Yeah, it is very possible.
But it looks like he's checking Remembrance weapons real quick here instead, while Adef is making his way towards the capital.
Possibly to get Radahn, Radahn Festival unlocked.
Yeah, not too sure. Chris really should be looking at Caelid bosses here. He is pointing to Caelid, so this might be the move he's going for, but he is going to be possibly close to 3 bosses behind. Aggie missing a square off here, though, on one of the pumpkins as they do get iframes from standing up, which is really annoying. Yeah. Okay, looking like Chris is going for the Caelid bosses. This is going to be an interesting race.
Let's see. Pretty good damage there. Not terrible. Good poise break.
Ooh.
Very nice. Getting the iframes there.
Oh, does get knocked away, though. It's got to be really careful here. Phase 2 going to be coming out from Niall and just O'Neal, actually. Now I say it the wrong way yet again, but just the opposite direction. The Alabaster's Ash of War actually one-shotting the soldiers is really, really nice.
Smart. Very smart. Looks like Adef is going for the bell bearings.
Okay.
Aggie is almost done and now done with the Pumpkinhead bosses.
Okay, that's 3 Caelid bosses here, but Chris is going to be catching up here with a +10 Alabaster's Lord Sword versus, I believe, a +12 Straight Sword. So, I don't know, man. This could be for anyone's square at this point. The Remembrance Square is the only one that's kind of uncontested at this point, and CBD should really be leaning into that if he can. I think he's getting the Physic here to make sure that he has enough stats to wield that Sacred Blade and go for possibly Radahn.
That makes a lot of sense. This entire season, I feel like CBD has been just excellent at getting set up for things and then just annihilating everything. So this tracks with his general strategies this season.
Yep. And, okay, so Aggie going straight for the Erdtree Avatar into possibly double Watchdogs. This is a really good play as... Oh, does miss the square off here, though. These bosses are really close to each other, and the health pool is way lower than Dragon Barrel bosses.
100%. And not only that, the moveset for the Putrid Avatar is actually not that tricky. It's a pretty straight-ahead boss.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting for sure to see how these fights go. Okay, Knight's Cav here for Chris now. Oh,
yeah, going
man.
for the Caelid Knight's Cav. from here, what do you think? What do you think it might be a pretty quick play? From here, there's a couple of bosses you could go for. I could see like Nox. Well, Nox Duo, I think you have to do a bunch of Celia stuff.
I don't know. Nox, you just have to touch one of the bonfires. That's it. It's really easy to grab, to be honest here. Second boss here for Chris now. He could go, honestly, it's a +10 Somber weapon. Go for Deathbird. Go for the Cemetery Shade. Go for Radon. Go for Crucible Duo. You know, I don't know. There's a lot of options here. Just go fast. It's pretty much...
Absolutely. I'm just thinking, like, in terms of just, like, what is physically closest to him right now.
Exites, too. But that's scary.
That's a little scary, yeah, for sure.
That's a huge health pool. Nice parkour.
Is this the duo that he's going to?
No, this is the Cemetery Shade.
Cemetery Shade,
yeah, and Kayla. This is the one that has the bird in front of it. Nice parkour. Nice parkour here from Chris. This is going to be his third boss then. He is slowly catching up here. Aggie going now on the Dragon Barrel side of things, potentially going for good old Battle Mage Hugh, or good old Humongous, as I call him. Going to be grabbing that Evergill with nice riposts.
Yeah. That said, let's see how quickly Chris is able to catch up here, because he was able to melt those bosses pretty quickly.
This is going to be a one-shot on the Cemetery, I'm pretty sure. This backstab is going to be a one-shot. I wouldn't be surprised.
It's just a matter of getting dungeon, making sure you don't get hit by something stupid.
Yeah. CBD going into Raya Lucaria here for Renala as his Remembrance boss with Remembrance weapon only.
Did you catch what Remembrance weapon it was?
I believe it's still Sacred Blade, which is the Elden Beast weapon.
Perfect.
So yeah, that'll be fun.
it'll be interesting. Well, honestly, for Renala, like if he uses that, the Ash of War on that can handle a lot of the what I call the grad students, because Raya Lucaria, that is just grad school, and the grad school experience is just crawling around on the ground in front of your teacher. So I think that Ash of War could handle those grad students pretty well, and take down some of the flying book and chandelier threats that they pose sometimes.
Very true. Very true. Nice square offs here from Aggie. Chris already killing the Cemetery Shade onto his fourth boss now. This is getting really close.
Yeah, I was about to say, going after Hughes right now.
That's his fifth boss. Yeah, Chris going for that Deathrite Bird because it is the closest thing possible. This would be his fourth boss. Has got to be careful here.
Very careful.
But has the damage.
Yeah, he does have the damage. Very easy to get hit by some of that Ghost Flame. Especially, it's like a phase 2 Ghost Flame attack that's really tricky to dodge if you're not looking at the compass.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nice dodges here, though, from Chris. This should be almost a stagger. Doesn't get the stagger, sadly. Should be able to avoid the spear attack, though, with some iframes. Rolls it. Should get a stagger. Oh, he's got to be careful. Careful. There it is. There it is. He's got to be... Oh, he's going to die. Okay, he is lucky that Frost
very lucky there.
Yep. Very nice. Very nice. All right, dodges the Ghost Flames. Aggie here going for Falling Star Beast as his last Kaled boss now in the Falling Star Beast tunnel. Definitely a good choice here.
That's a very good choice. Especially, did he grab that rock grease on the way in?
I don't know. I did miss that, sadly.
He like this is a rush square. So the fact that he was saving this for last makes perfect sense to me.
Chris on 4 bosses now. Where is he going to go? Where is he going to go? I think he's going to go for Falling Star Beast as well.
Yep.
Sadly, he is going to get sniped on this.
I do think so.
From the looks of it.
Unless there is an incident, unless there is the Falling Star incident, which I'm not going to curse here. I probably shouldn't have even said that.
We did a little bit of cursing. Red Wolf here for CBD. 2 charged R2s, and it's almost already dead.
I'm telling you, Red Wolf super squishy, especially when you have a strong weapon.
Yeah, no, Red Wolf is definitely one of the most rushable bosses probably in the game. Yeah. Besides Rick, because of the health pool. Yeah, there is 100%. The rot grease, by the way. He did grab the rot grease for that swear off. So this is going to be a really nice fight here for Aggie.
Yeah, he's going to do very well here. It does look like Chris decided he was like, you know what, not worth it. Let's go do something else.
I'm not too sure. I think he might be going for a Pumpkinhead duo here, to be honest.
Well, I'm sorry. Going after Falling Star Beast was not. He was like, maybe I'll do that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question.
Aggie is on Falling Star Beast. Strong opening move here.
Yeah, lots of nice damage. I don't even think he needed the rot grease, to be honest.
Probably not.
Good
But
damage.
that is
good
that's
damage.
just insurance. Oh, takes a hit.
Roll the grab. There it is. Don't even have to roll the
Very
grab,
nice.
actually, to be honest. If you just hug his right side, he can't hit you with that grab.
Nice.
All right.
CBD doing a very good job of luring Moongrum away from the Renala elevator, just throwing a Kukri off into the side.
Pumpkinhead fight here for Chris. Does one shot pretty much the first one. Goes for the
Hilarious.
second one already. This is 2 kills already. Okay, that is 5-5 now, and Caleb Boss is here. If Aggie has an incident on Falling Star Beast, Chris could snag this.
Yep, that is 100% true. Let's see. Almost got hit by that tail there.
Oh no, this is definitely for one in the books here for Aggie. Does Sally not get the riposte though? He's got to be a little careful here. Oh, he's fine. He's fine. He's got it.
Adef going for the other Crystallian smithing bell bearing as well.
There it is.
As Aggie finishes up the Falling Star Beast and gets that bingo.
There it is. There it is. Sadly, Chris losing time on that whole Caleb Boss
There we go.
movement. Has to quit out now.
Really, really rough, but very good play for Team Monkey Ballers.
Yeah, great play. Great play.
Looks like CBD is on the Renala fight, taking out some of these grad students. Not using the Ash of War, just smacking them. That's good enough.
Yeah. The Ash of War is not going to be good here anyways, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's pretty terrible. Nice charge R2s here, though, from CBD going straight into phase 2 now. This is going to be the second bingo line hitting Team Positive Vibes in the face in just a moment here. Jumping R2 onto the Renala fight. This will be the closing out square. Oh, that is the... I'm so sorry. That was the wrong person. You know, they're about to win bingo. Let's watch Adef Torrent, guys.
There's a lot going on. It's just a lot to keep track of.
There we go, though.
CBD
Nice charged R2s.
Beautifully strafing those attacks, the Full Moon of Renala and the Glintstone attack.
And nice little T on the board here in just a sec.
And what an amazing match. If they get this, remember, if CBD is able to get this double bingo on a T pose, incredible.
There it is, repose. Boom!
There it is. And that is game.
That is GG's for Team Monkey Ballers going in to top 3.
Incredibly strong game. Incredibly strong. Well done. GG's.
Very, very nice. GG's. GG's, man. What a match.
Incredible. Really, really good stuff.
I feel really bad for Adef, dude. That sleeping golem
The sleeping golem, oh my god.
was rough.
Yeah. That is just RNG. That's just RNG at that point. Like, he just got really screwed over there.
Very, very unfortunate. They did have some nice momentum, though. There were definitely some nice momentum plays where they were bringing it back for sure. Yeah. I don't know. I think if the sleeping golem went differently, to be honest, I think they could have had it. They could have brought it back.
I agree. I do agree with that. Where was that square? Sleeping golem.
It was the column 3 bingo.
Column 3.
Yeah.
Yep. That would have changed things here a little bit.
And the caves too. That race was crazy.
Yes. Yeah. Down to the last second. Just snipes after snipes after snipes.
All right. Looks like the players are ready, by the way. So let's go ahead and bring them in here. All right. GG's,
y'all. Good job.
Hey, GG's.
Yo, GG's to
GG's,
Team Monkey
guys.
Ballers for taking.
GG's, guys.
Thank you.
You guys played well. That was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Well, y'all
was
played.
like-
Y'all played well as well. Y'all. It was a really good match.
Yeah.
Eh,
I disagree.
I feel like it, y'all did.
some parts
very,
were good.
very
I
well.
feel like
Yeah.
but
The latter half of the game was fantastic from both ends. The early game was definitely just unfortunate for a select few. And just overall, I completely understand the frustration. Sleeping
That's all
Golem
good.
hit everyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, the sleeping golem was underground like 4 times. I died probably 6 times to him, which is funny because yesterday I said to somebody, "Man, why are people dying to that goal?"
Yeah.
Immediate karma, dude. Immediate, instant karma.
We
Miyazaki heard that comment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were talking a bit about it actually today, where it was like, why did I even make that square? And I was like, well, it's like people are like, oh, a sleeping golem, it's so easy. It's just a doofy golem. You just hit him in his ankles. And it's like, yeah, but low damage. And you're like, oh, yeah, that's going to be interesting. So that definitely showed to be a bit more of a menacing enemy than people expected. But
I think it's a good square. It's
It's a cool square.
It's a funny thing to kind of like tackle early on into the game, because it is rushable. It's just like dealing with it. And sadly having, the unfortunate thing happen of, it leaning on the railing so you can't repost it, or it's sinking into the ground. Adaf pretty much had the whole menu of sleeping golem memes in like a span of 5 minutes.
Yeah, I went family style. I was debating going a la carte on sleeping golem today, but decided family style was the way, so.
Super fair. But here's the thing. I'm not going to lie, the 2 Caves or Grotto snipe was the difference between Adaf healing before Soldier of Godric and Aggie not, and just running.
Really? I went for the animation cancel on the ledge, but maybe I should stop doing that.
Yeah, I'm not too sure, but that you were in the lead, Adaf, for getting to Soldier of Godric until that happened.
Tough.
Yeah. So everything else though was like really, really close. So yeah, kind of walk me through, I guess, for Team Monkey Ballers, your early game plan to late game plan, T-posing on the board. Walk me through that whole thing, please.
Yeah, so obviously there were quite a few early game squares to go for here. We also saw that there was a pretty big synergy if you just did something with Remembrance, like Malenia, level 60, dupe, Remembrance, and possibly 30 int as well. So we just sent CBD to go long, while I didn't expect to actually get all 3 of the other squares in row 1, but we did end up getting them, and then we kind of just stumbled into also getting column 3 set up as well. So yeah, just one player rush, one player go long, and it worked out.
Gotcha.
That was our game plan too. Just didn't work out as well. But yeah, that was essentially. I mean, this board is interesting, right? The Remembrance thing is like pretty neat.
Yeah. I agree. By the way, a quick question here for Adaf here. Was that an attempt on an Omen Killer cheese, I'm assuming, to like have him?
Yes. So last week, if you'll recall, dear Bingo Brawlers viewers, I got sniped on Omen Killer Tabri because I died. And so then that night, I was so pissed that I was like, surely there's a way to cheese this boss. So I spent like an hour and a half labbing Omen Killer cheeses, and I found one. But it is only 50% consistent. So I was like, I asked Chris, I was like, can I go for it? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, let's fucking go.
That'd be cool if it happened.
It did not work, but that's okay. Yes, there's an Omen Killer cheese. I'll make a video on it and send it to everybody. It sucks, but it's silly.
Yeah, we're kind of wondering because when you fell off the first time, I was like, okay, that seemed a little intentional though. I don't think you just sped too fast on Tor and just like fell off onto the ledge. Like that seemed a little intentional. And then you reset it and then did it again. I was like, okay, there's a cheese here that I haven't seen yet, and we're waiting for it. And sadly, it just didn't seem to work out, which was a shame.
I just wound up going for the vanilla kill.
Yeah. One more insane race, by the way, was the dupe between you guys. With Chris going
like
for
3 seconds behind, maybe.
So yeah, literally both of you guys killed Godric at the exact same time. He faded out at the exact same time. Chris's parkour got him ahead, but his cleaning sucked.
Oh yeah, and
his cleaning, like he kept on bouncing off, and I guess CBD, like I don't know, just like
no, I wasn't bouncing off. It was just the fact that he was doing the short steps with like all his feet, not like the long stomps. So it just wasn't like staying still, just kind of the RNG with that.
Okay, yeah, because you were ahead by like 5 seconds, maybe even like a little bit longer than that to like clean the legs. So it looked like it was just for you. And then for some reason, like you weren't able to like clean all the legs off, like I guess perfectly. And CBD did it like
at the end.
swoop.
I was bouncing off. Sorry to interrupt, but yeah, at the end I was
good.
Just trying to get like 1 or 2 more to put it over the edge. But yeah.
Yeah. So that was a huge unfortunate snipe, sadly too, because that could have changed things a lot. It could have changed a lot of things.
Yep.
But yeah. I guess game plan. I guess also from Team Positive Vibes. I know Adaf kind of already said you guys kind of had the same plan, but like you were maybe focusing some other squares too. Like, what was the overall plan once you kind of get into the mid game and like trying to maybe block some things?
Well, there was a lot of like the God Boss synergy, which is in like column 4 was we were going for. Aggie did Ancestor Spirit going for that row 1, which was good.
Yeah.
Probably should have told Ada to focus that more instead of talismans. But we both, I guess, said like, yeah, just get talismans and then go back for Ancestor Spirit.
We also didn't foresee Malenia happening so early, which I think was a really smart play from you guys into rune level 60.
Yeah, it makes sense because it's a God Boss as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're just rushing God Boss, it's not as fast because there's like God's Noble and Soldier Bear Fist. But yeah, it makes sense. And then I was like, okay, I can try and I might have been able to. Did you use a Grafted Dragon against Radon CBD?
No, I used a Sacred Relic from Malenia on Renala.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, maybe not, I'm not sure, but I decided to go to just like maybe I could beat Caleb bosses. I had 5 and I was running to my 6th, but then Aggie got in. I was like, well, I knew he was ahead on it from the Magma Worm. Did you do a Cemetery Shade as one of the catacombs, Aggie? Or
I
no?
did, yeah, I did that.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense then.
Sorry, Doctor. You had a question as well, right?
You already got it.
Oh, did I? Oh, my bad. Okay.
Yep, you already got it. Yeah.
Apologies.
We've had a lot of the same questions, and you're just sniping them. So I'm like, okay. Go for
Oh,
it.
guys, sorry. Yeah. If you have any other ones, let me know. Like, definitely. Sorry.
No,
Yeah.
totally
The
fine.
commentator snipe, dude.
I know. It's crazy. My bingo board is complete. Yeah. Okay. That was just overall, like, yeah, a very just interesting match to watch. And yeah, the Ancestor Spirit call I think was, I don't know if
Yeah,
that
it
was
was
an
good.
intended block, but that was definitely like a huge call for sure.
I had like
Yeah.
3/4 of the torches lit, but I wasn't focusing it. So it's not even like it was a snipe. It was just a proper good call.
Yeah, I prepped it a little bit. I actually went for +9 before Magma Worm because I just kind of wanted to see what you guys went for, and I was just gonna get a weapon since there were plenty of early things to choose from. So I actually did light some of the torches while doing that, just to have it semi set up.
Okay.
Gotcha. Yeah, and also Aggie honestly had a nice foresight though too when going for the +9 to grab the Grace for later too, for the bonfires. Did he
Right,
just
yeah.
say that or did I just?
I kind of.
Okay.
I didn't specifically mention
basically.
it, but yeah, that was part of it.
Yeah. It was very early on. You lit the Grace. It's like, you know what, that's actually kind of smart because you'll just come back probably later for the bonfires anyways. Just gives you a little bit of head start on the bonfires if you do have to race that. I was a little surprised. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so I know there's like threats that like start to happen, so you kind of neglect other squares that might also be easy though. And one of them was Heroes' Graves. I was kind of expecting that to be taken at some point, but I do see, with like how the board was kind of playing out, that you just avoided it at some point because it wasn't really going to progress anything anyways. But also Magma Worm was not contested, which I was a little surprised about from Team Positive Vibes. Was that something that you guys were considering at some point, or was it just you were like too focused on a different line?
Yeah, not really. More just going for the more synergistic stuff. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that is a Caleb boss, and it gives you a weapon. What weapon did it drop?
I don't even know. Let me see.
Okay,
I might
so
have warped before
probably
I
nothing
got it.
too good.
honest. Oh no, it was Orblade.
Oh damn.
Okay, yeah.
Lamau.
Yeah, I just used the straight sword the whole time.
Yeah,
Didn't
so
really
did
do
I.
Anything more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alabaster sword goaded.
Yeah, Alabaster from
Very,
Malenia.
very. And
Yeah, but when you're like 20 minutes in and you're rushing early stuff anyway, there's really no point in
Mhm.
setting up a somber.
I agree.
Sorry, you're gonna say, Doctor? Go for it.
I was just gonna say the Alabaster Lord Sword into the 30 int as well was a really, really good play.
Yep, definitely. agree.
Yeah, it is pretty synergistic. This weapon doesn't need the int, but it's like 30 int was on there. I'm like, it's not too bad. The low vigor never really a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, then I just did Rykard and leveled some health.
And I will say, like, it was the final square, the kill 6 bosses in Caelid, was actually really close. It was actually closer than you might think, considering that Aggie did have a bit of a lead on it initially. But Chris, you were catching up very, very quickly, and I think it came down to the fact that your weapon was so leveled up at that point.
Yeah.
I figured I could
wasted a
maybe
little
catch
time,
up.
too.
I had a +10, so I could.
Dang. Okay. Yeah.
Kill things
That would
quick.
also help.
Yeah. Had some bad RNG on a Deathrite bird, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Also, I was a
That-
little
that
surprised
wouldn't
though,
have
Chris, that you didn't go for you went for Pumpkinhead Duo, but not for Falling Star Beast, and I was kind of surprised by that choice, I guess, because I thought Falling Star Beast would be a little bit closer, maybe into like Nox Duo or something.
Yeah, I thought about it. I was maybe gonna go for that next. I kind of forgot about Nox Duo as I was running to Pumpkinhead, and then I'm like, yeah, I should have done that in Falling Star Beast.
That's fair. It's very honestly, Nox Duo is very forgettable, to be honest, because like no one ever really
Yeah.
does it. So that's super fair. But GG's guys, GG's getting to Monkey Ballers for taking the dub. Team Positive Vibes. It is sadly your last match of the season. Really enjoyed watching you guys play though. Any closing statements from you? You could talk about what you're working on in the future, about bingo in general, or what you're working on your personal streams, whatever you like. Go for it.
Chris, you wanna
first
go?
of all, sure, yeah. First of all, thank you, Dom, for having us. It's
Yeah,
been
truly.
a lot of fun. Regardless of moving on to finals or not, we got a lot better, I'd say. Like the both of us, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you for
would
putting on like cool event. I'm excited to see finals and whatnot. Yeah, Ada, if you have.
Yeah, I would
anything.
piggyback off that. This is a very cool opportunity, especially for as definitely more of an outsider to the Elden Ring community. This is very enjoyable. I had a lot of fun. Chris has been a very gracious teacher. We have spent many long nights on Discord learning bosses. Like a lot. If I scroll back through our Discord logs, it's like call that lasted 4 hours, call that lasted 5 hours, call that lasted 4 hours, and it's just like, all right, we're doing Grafted Scion tonight, yes sir. But it's been really enjoyable, a lot of fun. Thank you everybody for watching. Domo, thank you for putting it on, and also the commentators have been killing it.
Yeah, and honestly, it was really fun watching you, Adaf. To be honest, like pick it up and having your training arc. I think you've done immensely well.
Thank you.
Just watching you play and like learn every match and finding what you find comfortable doing for squares, because everyone's got their own like personal preferences for squares. Some people love doing Omen Killer. Some people hate doing Omen Killer. Some people love doing Sleeping Golem. Some people hate doing Sleeping Golem. So it's like it's those things that like you start to develop when you play more and more bingo. So just like seeing you progress and like learn and stuff like that was really, really fun and enjoyable. And yeah, I just really appreciate both of you guys for participating in season 3, and I do look forward to having you possibly on again too. And future
Would love
seasons.
to come back. Would love to come
Me-
back,
Me as well.
and Chris and I will be even more diabolical than ever.
Crazy. And with that, Monkey Brawlers, I'll see you guys next week for semifinals versus Cattery.
Right.
Yeah.
That will be pretty
Yeah, good
fun.
luck, guys.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
Thank you.
And for anyone watching,
luck,
by the way, semifinals and finals are both best of 3s. So I know people have been asking that over and over again. It is best of 3s for both semifinals and finals. So get ready for that as well. Cool. With that being said, though, guys,
Awesome.
have a great rest of your day. Thanks again for playing. And yeah, I'll see Monkey Ballers next week.
All right.
See you later.
GG's again, everybody. Very well done.
GG's.